Hello and welcome back to ROX on the Pond. Today is Thursday, November 13th. I'm Matt Sapikoff, and I'm here with the irreplaceable Isaac Mana. How we doing, buddy? How's it going?
Doing good. You know, I'd say I'm more awake right now, even though we've had class and all that going on today. A lot going on so far.
Hey, man. Off season is not as boring as people make it out to be, especially in our world.
Yes.
But for the first time in a long time, there's Rockies talk. There's news that we have to talk about, as well as awards so far and I guess other major headlines across the league. So let's get into it, Isaac. Where do you want to start?
I mean, we gotta go and start off with Clase's little issue.
The elephant in the room.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, with this day and age, with sports betting being such a big part of things going on now, I mean, I know we're trying to make it get away from players and everything, but I mean, we're not getting away from.
Oh, not at all.
And this is a prime example of it.
Well, for those of you who don't know, earlier in the week, Ortiz faced his indictment, and just this morning, Clase arrived at JFK Airport from the Dominican Republic and was arrested by FBI agents, and his arraignment is probably going on as we record this. So I don't know what's going to go on with that, but I read the indictment of Clase and Ortiz, and it is ridiculous.
Yeah, not looking good.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, you said it was 20-something pages long.
Yeah,
screenshots.
Pages, and screenshots of where these pitches are ending. I know a lot of us on TikTok and Instagram saw videos of where these balls are ending up, but these screenshots are just like absurd, and it's, I mean, there's text message screenshot.
I mean, they are literally caught in 4K.
It's pretty bad. I guess just for a rundown of what the indictment really. What I learned from the indictment, those involved, so him and his co-conspirators for Clase made at least $450,000 off of these illegal bets. They agreed upon certain pitches beforehand, and Clase would normally text during the game with these bettors to see if it's on and if they're placing the bets, which is a violation of the MLB bylaws. You cannot be on your phone. Period.
Yeah, at all.
During or before games.
Yeah, and I mean, we were talking about this before we started the podcast. I was like, what is he using, the bullpen phone? Like,
he must have just been like hiding it in his back pocket and then
something
sneaking it off to the bathroom. Like, that's probably what we did in JUCO.
Yeah,
we wanted to use our
you're not gonna go. I know for a fact they weren't gonna go to the locker room. He wasn't gonna go there. But
like, how did no one in the organization see this?
Yeah,
no
how does that slip
keeps
through?
Going back on his phone. We should probably tell him to stop.
Yeah.
Crazy. But, there's text messages to an undisclosed bettor saying if they were able to make wagers, if they could send some of the money to the DR and to send it as if they were repairs, as if they were someone else for, quote, repairs at a country house.
There's no cheating the system for that.
Well, yeah, it's all just ridiculous.
Repairs for a house back home.
Especially in the text they're saying, say it's for this, like.
Yeah, and they couldn't have did a meetup instead. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. There are definitely. I don't agree with players sports betting in sports, but I mean there are ways around getting caught. Like, why are we texting back and forth?
It's all I mean, Clase, there was actually an instance where Emmanuel Clase was on a phone call. He paid the bettor to attend the game, so he paid for his ticket. And during the game, he was on a 2-minute phone call with the bettor saying these pitches and all that, like making
He's like,
the
hey
plan.
man, I'm getting put in the 8th inning. Pitch number 4 is gonna be a ball.
Or I'm throwing a slider instead of a fastball in this count. Like, put $7,000 on it.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's all really bad. So like I said, 450,000 was won roughly, but 400,000 of that was won from Clase's pitches. and a lot of these bets were like $10,000 to $30,000 wins. So it was happening a lot. It was happening a lot.
Well, I mean, so does Clase. Then is he going to be the one that has to pay back the winnings, or are they going to have the person that was betting with Clase pay back the winnings? How do you think that's going to work? Like,
well, I would assume these people would have their accounts frozen and whatnot. I don't know how that money gets returned to betting services.
Right.
I just don't. I would imagine that. I don't know if there's going to be a class action lawsuit where people who bet on these games and have the slips on it can get money back.
right.
But it's. I mean, this just might be one of the stupidest moves of all time, and we'll get to that in a second. I do still have a few more notes on the indictment. In June, Ortiz joined the charade, and Clase wanted to be financially rewarded for bringing him in, and so this is where we see the them receiving money for pitches. On a few occasions, they received $5,000 or $7,000 to throw a ball on certain counts for Ortiz, or to throw a certain velocity for Clase. And Clase getting Ortiz involved, he wanted to be rewarded for that. So on some of the pitches he was throwing, Clase was also getting the same chunk. Jeez. There were points where they were both waiting for $5,000 payments, and it was getting some messages are a little weird, but like I said, Clase got returned to the U.S. and was detained by the FBI this morning. So it's going to be really interesting to see where it goes.
We're definitely going to be talking about that next episode and see how that starts panning out. That's bad. I mean, we couldn't have done like.
Oh! I didn't even give the official charges of what their charges are. So they have 4 official counts that they're being charged with. The first one is wire fraud conspiracy. The second one, honest service wire fraud conspiracy. Count 3, conspiracy to influence sporting contests by bribery. And count 4, money laundering conspiracy. So bad.
Yeah, and you're not getting out of that.
It seems like there's a lot of evidence here, and I mean, I want to know your thoughts. If you're Emmanuel Clase, what the hell are you thinking? I don't know necessarily enough about Ortiz, but what are you thinking?
I don't know what he's thinking. Dude, you're making millions of dollars. You're in the MLB. Why are you sports? But now, this is the only way that I would see him, it being worth something, is if, say, he, instead of it being like $30,000, it was $100,000. Something bigger for a sports bet that would go through. But dude, you're making.
I just don't get it. I mean,
it makes no
sense. If you're
sense.
Clase, I think you were a up and coming free agent. You signed a 5-year. Yeah, okay, so not quite, but maybe at the end of the next season. Okay, club option for the 2027-2028 season, but up until then, you were inked for $4 million a year. Now that's probably less than what he deserves for the caliber closer he is. But when you're looking at what's going on in free agency right now, like a guy like Edwin Diaz, whatever he gets, you can probably pencil in Clase for a tick above that, because that's just the kind of player he is. I just don't understand sacrificing
your career. Well, it's your character too. I mean, come on. I never grasped that. I never grasped it.
I think in total, he got like 0.0006% of his career earnings from all of this, and he was guaranteed a heck of a lot more after that. And a few years before that, he gets popped for like PED. It's like, what are you doing?
So I mean, he's not known for doing suspicious stuff,
or being stupid, or whatever
just
you
not thinking smart. But I don't get the whole sports betting as a professional player, unless you're like bottom of the end.
Well, we've seen in the NBA with like Terry Rozier, it came out that like he did have debt, and guys got into with that. And I think what these guys don't realize, and maybe they just do realize it and don't care, but like once you're in with these dangerous people or whoever's running these operations, once you're in with them and you make one illegal bet,
Yeah, you're stuck.
that's it. They've got their hooks in you.
Yeah.
Because once you've done it once, they have the dirt on you.
Yeah,
And what are you gonna say? Like, oh, I want to stop. No, you're gonna do it again. Otherwise, we
Yeah.
do. Or otherwise, we tell everyone what you did. Like,
They're just gonna blackmail you till you do
Yeah.
either do it again or you don't do it again, and
So-
then you're stuck. Yeah, you're just stuck.
I just don't know if they don't realize that it's not gonna be like that. There's no way out of
No.
something like this.
And it'll get caught so quick. You're not gonna.
yeah, I think we were talking about it before the episode, but like, imagine being Clase sitting there after Ortiz gets pinched first, knowing you
Yeah.
are responsible for $400,000 of this $450,000.
Yeah, you're
You're
responsible.
just like,
Yeah, I don't.
when are they gonna pinch me?
Yeah.
Oh no. So
Let me make an escape route here, and hopefully they don't find me.
yeah, I mean, according to the MLB rules, anyone who gets caught placing bets on the sport is going to be banned for life, and we've seen that with the Black Sox, with Pete Rose.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure any day, any week, whatever it is, once this arraignment's done and they've been charged with whatever they get charged with, unless they do somehow get found innocent, which would be crazy.
Which
Um,
then he paid off the judge.
yeah. They're gonna, once there's a ruling, they will be
Yeah.
officially banned from MLB, and I would imagine baseball too, considering that the DR was not the Guardians and the Dominican Winter League were not allowing Emmanuel Clase to participate in anything.
Yeah, he will not be seeing the field ever again. Maybe Wii Sports.
I mean, unless they're
You
making
know,
a
like-
prison, like a baseball version of Longest Yard,
Right.
and it's in, then I don't see him getting back on the field. But
No.
yeah, really ugly thing for the sport, and I think it's just kind of recently there's been two major scandals in two major sports of gambling, and when you see ESPN and all these places talking about it, they're saying, oh, this is terrible, and then you see in the bottom right corner a ESPN bet sign or a Bet 365 sign, and it's, I mean, I know a lot of people like to gamble. I probably personally haven't done as much sports gambling recently, but man, I know the MLB made it so there's $200 limits on certain bets you can place, but like,
Still,
it's just,
it's getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing too is like, you have your ESPN sports one, you have your FanDuel,
there's a
your
million.
BetMGM, all these sports books. It's just now it's I just don't like how they're affiliated with such a big sports organization. Like the ESPN one, just
Yeah, that
it
because
gets
they have
me.
the ability to also
Yeah.
alter lines based off what they say.
Yeah, it gets me every single time. That's and I'm a kind of a gambler myself, but I try and stay away from the sports gambling aspects where it's like, yeah, I feel like there's some suspicious going on with some of these because there's no shot ESPN doesn't do something.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
mean, you have the ability to have these people influence what people think
Yeah.
about sports. Like, I don't know. We don't have to get into the
No.
deep talks of that. I think that's really the only low point for the episode.
Yeah.
We're bringing it up here with some awards. I
Yeah.
think that's a good way to lighten up the mood.
Yeah, we
here.
finally got the awards coming in. Are you before we get into the names, are you kind of surprised by any of these guys that got selected?
Quick glance over at it. I mean, it's interesting to see new blood at shortstop, Silver Slugger with Geraldo Perdomo, but he had a great year. And Zach McKinstry getting the utility Silver Slugger in the AL is pretty good too. A lot of guys could have gotten that in the AL. Basically any, like Jay or Tiger could have gotten that. So I think that's my initial knee-jerk reaction. Of course, no Rockies up for any Silver Sluggers. Or, well, yes, one
We
Silver
had
Slugger, and then none up for Gold Glovers. I think McMahon was a finalist, but
We know what team he went to.
yeah, so it's not quite the same, but
Yeah. Well, at least the Rockies have someone that
Yeah.
we'll get into here
Yeah.
later.
it's true. But I think we're going to start off with the Gold Glove Award winners in the American League. Catcher Dylan Dingler wins his. Let's see. I don't know if that's his first Gold Glove or not, but it was kind of his first full. Yeah, it had to be because that was his first real season, like full season. So that would be his first. At second base, it went to Marcus Semien of the Rangers. Shortstop Bobby Witt Jr. For him, it's the range, the arm, and the glove are all like 99th percentile.
Yeah,
he'll probably win a lot of these.
Yeah, he's gonna be a lot. I think we're gonna see a lot of back-to-backs with that guy.
Third base, Maikel Garcia. So 2 Royals in there.
Wow,
good for them. Left field, Cleveland Guardian Stephen Kwan takes that. He has 4 Gold Glove awards now. Good for him.
Oh, wow.
Cedar Rafael of the Red Sox won the center field Gold Glove, and right field went to also Red Sox, Wilyer Abreu. That was a good defensive outfielder this year. I know Wilyer Abreu has a cannon, and Cedar Rafael can play a lot of positions, but he really cemented himself in center this year when they had injury problems.
Yeah. So
and then
he performed when he needed to.
Yeah. And then perennial good fielding pitcher Max Fried gets another Gold Glove, and the utility Gold Glove went to Mauricio Dubon. I think it's Dubon.
Yeah, Dubon
of the Astros. And then onto the National League. This one makes a lot of sense to me. Patrick Bailey.
Oh yeah.
For the Giants, that's like his entire shtick.
Yeah,
it's like why he's in the league.
that's why that's why he's where he's at.
Yeah.
He doesn't swing a hot bat, but hey, you're not gonna get your Buster Posey. I know that's what people kind of want.
Yeah.
Especially
switch hitting too.
Yeah.
I mean, not that Posey did.
Not that Posey was, but I think the Giants. I kept seeing stuff about that where they're like, "Oh, he's not Buster Posey because
no one is."
And I was like, "Dude,
no one is.
No one is."
Yeah. I mean, at catcher, you want defense first, and
and
when
then
you get a Gold Glove at catcher, that means something.
Yeah.
Moving on, first base is the Braves' Matt Olson. Usually you think of him for his bat, but good for him. Mason Wynn gets it at shortstop for the Cardinals. I still think Ezekiel Tovar is a better overall defender. He wasn't the finalist this year. It just wasn't the Rockies' year.
Clearly, it wasn't our year this year or last year.
No, well, hey, at least we got 2 Gold Gloves last year. The second base Gold Glove goes to the Cubs' Nico Horner. I think that's well deserved. Probably one of the best all-around defenders in the league. 6.1 B-WAR. Pretty solid. Third base, Ke'Bryan Hayes. He got traded this year to the Reds, but again, another guy who's kind of in there for his defense only.
Yeah.
In left field, the Cubs' Ian Happ comes away with his 4th Gold Glove of his career. Claps for him. And we're going to stay with the Windy City here as PCA picks up a Gold Glove for the tremendous year he had. And then the Platinum Glover in the NL and right field Gold Glove, Fernando Tatis Jr. It seemed like he was robbing a home run once a week. It was crazy. He is such a great athlete.
He fits out there so well.
The move to the outfield has been.
It's been such a good move for him. He's got such a good arm too that it's literally like you do not want to run on this guy.
Oh yeah, it's everything.
He's
the
quick
athleticism.
Too. Yeah, he's quick for a right fielder.
It's great. And then utility Javier Sanoja for the Marlins and pitcher Logan Webb round out the Gold Glove winners here. Anything there that surprises you, I guess?
No, not really. I mean, what are the Cubs on there 3 times? Nico, PCA, and Ian.
Makes sense.
I
was kind of surprised to see no Brewers on there because they play that same brand, and you'd think like.
Yeah, but
I guess second base, you would think Terang would give up a pretty good fight, but Horner probably beats him out for that, which I guess is a fair assessment. But
yeah, no real surprise, honestly. I mean, they're kind of who I expected. They're all big name guys, so it did. I mean, it really sticks through. I don't think there is.
Yeah. Oh, as well, Ty France. I don't know if I missed this, but Ty France won the Gold Glove in the AL for first base.
Good for him.
Majority of the year with the Twins, so I think we talked about it on a previous episode, but something that every team likes. Moving on to the silver. No. Let's do Manager of the Year. That
Manager
one's a
of
little
the
more
Year?
simple. I like this one. Stephen Vogt for the Guardians and Pat Murphy for the Brewers. What did you think?
Steven needs to get his pitchers in line with the sports betting. Clearly, he wasn't managing his team great enough.
Yeah, right? How do you not know?
How are you going to be
your
manager of the
closer
year
is
and
on
you
the
have your
phone
prime
in the
closer
bathroom?
in the bullpen right now going and getting some sport? Nah, it's good. Yeah,
I completely agree. Pat Murphy, best record in the league with that team. You should win a Manager of the Year. And then for Stephen Vogt and the Guardians to come back and win their division after being 15 games back in the last few
they got hot.
few weeks is an incredible feat, especially with everything that happened with Clase and Ortiz, being able to rally a team that has had two guys basically sabotage the team and be able to bounce back and keep those guys together is, I think, a pretty amazing feat from a manager's perspective.
Big for them. Yeah, it's all jokes with the sports betting thing for him. I mean, I can't knock what he's done. He's managed a really good team.
And for both of these guys, this does make back-to-back Manager of the Year awards, and I do think both of them rightfully deserved it.
Yeah, well deserved, 100%. I agree.
I think the closer one is in the AL with Rob Schneider. No, not Rob. Schneider from the Jays, right? Isn't that?
I think isn't that who it is?
John Schneider or something like that.
Something like that.
I think there are a lot of teams that did put up great. I know Hinch was maybe fifth in voting, but I do think these two deserved it this year.
I mean, I'm trying to compare what both of the teams have done. Can't really.
Yeah.
Guardians did what they needed to do.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Just being able to hold everything together. Moving on to Rookie of the Year. I didn't think this was probably, at least in the AL, was pretty locked down as it was a unanimous result. The big Amish, Kurtz, Nick. Careful on saying that one. He put together an unreal season.
His bat
ended the year one-dotting it. I mean, actually, had some walks too. Showed good, plate control, for his age especially. The kid's gonna be a stud. I don't know how many players you would take before him if you could draft. If you were doing a draft and say, "Give me a first baseman," I don't know how many you take before him, considering young contract-wise, and the fact that he did what he did this year at 23 years old, and he's only going to get better.
Hypothetically, he should.
Yeah, I mean, he was rough against left-handed pitching this year, and that's pretty common for young lefties. But I think with time, that's the more he sees lefties, they shouldn't platoon him because look what he can do. Yeah. I mean, he's hit 495-foot home runs this year. He had 4 home run games. The average is there too. It's scary.
He's a ball player.
A's lineup's kind of nice. It's just the fact that they play in a minor league ballpark and they have zero pitching. Yeah, that's the issue. That's always been not the minor league ballpark thing.
No, I mean the Coliseum. I mean, I like their old stadium. I do wish they stayed there.
Oh yeah, I think anyone.
I think Raiders and Oakland Athletic.
The Raiders can.
Hey,
I don't know. Honestly, I hope the Raiders go back to Oakland just so they can leave again. But
just so they can leave. They're not going to leave Vegas, but.
And then in the National League, Drake Baldwin ended up taking the honors over the likes of Cade Horton and Mizorowski. And I'll be honest, I think because the Braves kind of were a disappointing team this year, I didn't watch them a lot. Yeah. So I didn't have an honest beat on how I thought Drake Baldwin played, but I think for the last 2 or 3 months of the season, he was in consistent contention for it. That team rocked 2 catchers that could both hit, and it's when you have who's their catcher? Sean Murphy.
Yeah, Mr. Murphy.
When you have Sean Murphy, that's a hitting catcher. That's a plus at that position. When you have 2, that's amazing. So I think moving forward, I mean, do you think the Braves should trade Sean Murphy if they have a young Rookie of the Year catcher that hits like he did?
I mean, yeah. If you're looking at the aspect of you want best bang for your buck, yeah, I think you could get something good for him.
Yeah, they don't have him on a terrible contract. Yeah. It's a tradable contract. It's not like Chris Bryant's contract.
Yeah, it's not something that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, and like there would be teams interested for sure. So
100%. Yeah.
Again, like offense from a catcher is a plus as long as they're not a negative on the defense.
Yeah.
Like, if you're getting home runs from your catcher and RBIs, that's a huge plus.
That's a huge
lot of
plus.
catchers can't provide that.
Yeah.
And then last night, the Cy Young Award was announced, and
are we surprised?
No, not surprised at all at the result.
Yeah.
For the second year in a row, Tarek Skubal is your AL Cy Young Award winner, putting up a terrific season, and that was the one I figured would be the closest out of all these, except for the MVP race, which will be announced Friday, I believe.
Yes.
Tarek Skubal and Garrett Crochet were the only two to get first and second place votes, of course. And Tarek Skubal beat out Garrett Crochet 26 first place votes to only 4 first place votes for.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it was a little closer than that season wise. I think a lot of the big numbers, the more important ones, Skubal does have him.
Yeah, he's got him beat in those.
But I also think like Crochet. I mean, Crochet's younger than Skubal. Like he could definitely.
Yeah, he
could reach for more in the tank here.
Yeah.
Like I mean, this was a terrific season, so I don't know about that, but I mean, no disrespect to Garrett Crochet, great season from both of them.
Amazing.
But, I mean, I do think Skubal's the best pitcher in baseball, but someone has something to say about that in the NL, as Paul Skeens was the unanimous NL Cy Young Award winner.
I'm not surprised one bit that he got it.
Now, I was looking at the numbers for Christopher Sanchez and Yamamoto, the other two finalists, and I was like, Yamamoto's not going to be second place. So it was between him and Christopher Sanchez. And the whole time I was like, yeah, it's going to be Skeens. But I was looking at Sanchez's numbers. He reached 200 innings this year. That's like unheard of nowadays. The numbers were a lot similar. It's just Paul Skeens' whip is ridiculously low. His FIP is ridiculously low. His ERA is below 2.
Below 2.
Yeah, like
2 years in a row.
He had 10 wins on a team that
and
struggled
he should
to
have
win.
had more. He should have had more wins.
Yeah, not that wins matter anymore, as we've seen with like the DeGrom years, where it was like if his offense put up 4 runs in each of his starts, he would have had 30 wins.
Literally like Paul Skeens right now. I mean, Paul Skeens would get pulled with 13 strikeouts.
Like a good line for him is usually 6 or 7
Yeah.
innings, 10 Ks, 1 or 2 walks, 2 or 3 hits.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of pitcher he is, and he's younger than both of those two previously mentioned. So it's like,
I mean he's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
He's going to be the greatest pitcher in this generation. I think his body's built to do it. His demeanor, the way he goes about his business is just methodical, and I could see a lot more of these in his future. That's for sure.
100%. 100%.
And moving on to the last awards we have available, like we said, MVP. I think Shohei's going to be the MVP, but before we get to the Silver Slugger, I guess I'll ask you where do you think AL MVP is headed?
I don't know.
I mean, obviously the top 2, the only guys that are going to get first and second place votes are Judge and Raleigh.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to pick and choose. I think I favor Judge more in the aspect of his batting average was a lot better. Right, he had just under the home runs that Cal had. I think he was better. I think he was better. I mean, no disrespect to Cali and his 60 home run season that he had, but he batted like what, a 230 something, 240 something,
240, 250 range.
So he was only in there where Judge was batting in.
He won the batting title.
Yeah. So there's like, I favor Judge more.
I think. Well, so in sports a lot, we see it mostly, I feel like, in basketball, where we talk about voter fatigue.
Yeah.
And I think that's undoubtedly creeping in with Judge and Ohtani. With Ohtani, it's like, okay, like if he's healthy and he does both, he's gonna win MVP. That's just the bar that's been unless someone like hits 80 home runs or something.
80 home runs with a
ridiculous.
500 batting average.
And if anyone's gonna do it, it's probably him.
Yeah.
But, like with Aaron Judge, like this was actually a year where someone, especially with the storylines that came along with Cal Raleig's year, the switch hitting record and the franchise record, and then getting to the playoffs for the first time in 25 years, and doing this all as a catcher. And I think the storylines would be the reason that Cal Raleigh won. But when you actually look at like the stats, I mean, we're looking at probably the greatest right-handed hitter of our generation.
Yeah.
And a guy who's like, we do have to appreciate these guys when they're here. But at the same time, like, part of me really truly feels like Cal is more important to his team because of the catching aspect. But
I see where you're coming. I
do
coming
unfortunately agree with you that Judge's year this year was actually just so good
that
you can't argue that anyone was actually more valuable. It was such a good year. I mean, I think it's going to be a close vote, but I do think it's going to go Judge's way.
Yeah.
So
we already figured out.
That wouldn't be the worst thing. I think Topps does a buyback thing where you can. If you have a Chrome version of whoever wins the MVP, you can trade it in for like a pack, like a box. And I do have a Judge Chrome card.
Look at you. Maybe you can rip that live on the little podcast when
that'd be sweet
if you get it.
Yeah. But
and then we already figured out right now.
It's Schwarber put up a great year. He hit a lot of home runs, but he doesn't play the field, and
and Shohei Ohtani does.
Yeah, so. Not only does he play the field, but he plays the most important position,
pitches, and he throws like 100 miles an hour.
Yeah. So, but last but not least for awards here, we go to the Silver Sluggers. And we're going to start in the American League. Left field, Riley Green for the Tigers. Center field, Byron Buxton for the Twins. And right field, who else but Aaron Judge?
Yeah.
At third base, we have Mr. Consistent, Jose Ramirez. Just pencil him in for like a 30-30 year and like a 800 to 900 OPS. I mean, I saw something ridiculous where like in his career he's had 10 top 20 or 15. No, he hasn't played that long yet, but it's like 10 top 20 MVP finishes.
Wow.
Like 8 top 10, like 5 top 5, and like 4 top 3. Like he's that good of a player. He's that consistent, and I just love Jose Ramirez.
I do too. Good switch hitting bat too. I mean,
that's the biggest part.
Yeah,
is that he does damage from both sides.
He's not. I mean, when you say consistent, I mean he literally is consistent from both sides.
Yeah,
good for him.
The only person on this list that double dips with Gold Glove and Silver Slugger is shortstop Bobby Witt Jr.
Not surprised.
Yeah, just a stud. Other guys in that league will contend, like Gunnar Henderson. Can definitely fight him for that, but not his year this year.
Bobby went off this year.
He had like a regular Bobby Witt year, which is like a little underwhelming for him, but like because he could be so good. Like we saw it last year where even he pushed Judge for an MVP. But another Yankee comes in, and they did win the AL Team Silver Slugger Award.
Overall, yeah.
I didn't know when that started being a thing.
I don't know. It's there. It's there. It's
Rockies aren't winning it. But Jazz Chisholm is our second base Silver Slugger. George Springer, DH. Cal Raleigh, of course, catcher. Utility, Zach McKinstry, and the first baseman of the AL Silver Sluggers is Kurtz, Nick.
Yeah, we don't want to say that one too fast.
Yep.
That guy, I like his nickname. You know how like we
Big
get,
Amish?
yeah. You know how like there's certain ones you have like Big Ortiz back in the day and everything.
Yeah, or Big Poppy.
Oh yeah.
And
then what's some other
Big Christmas, John Kenzie Noel. That's a great one.
There are so many.
His OPS was in the 4s this year. Yeah, Big Dumper.
So I just love these. I love these.
Yeah.
And the celebration of the fan is like doubles. Every time he get a double, he's like
the stir in the pot.
Stir in the pot or something.
Nice.
Love that guy.
Yep. Well, do you want to take our final award winners?
Yeah, over here in the NL here we got left fielder. Kyle Tucker for the Cubs. Not too surprised, really. Corbin Carroll out in center field for the Diamondbacks.
This is so funny because like all of these guys are right fielders.
Yeah, it's like
all these. Well, like the other one's Soto.
Yeah, the other one's so. I'm looking at this thinking, man.
None of those guys play that
Yeah,
position.
none of the guys play that position. We're just shifting these guys around real quick, aren't we?
Outfield though.
And then we got Manny Machado over at third. You want to help me with that name? What is that?
Geraldo Perdomo.
Geraldo Perdomo.
He's in our division, man. Come on now.
Yeah, but I don't. A
lot of snakes here.
A lot of snakes here. There's 3 of them, aren't there?
Yep.
Yeah, you got
Make
Ketel
up the
Marte
middle of the
at
field.
second. Yeah, they take literally the middle of the field. We got Pete Alonso at first. We got Alec Burleson as the utility guy for them with the Cardinals. I'm not surprised with the DH on this one here.
Yep.
Going back to probably the best player ever to play the sport right now.
Yep.
Shohei
Good old
Ohtani.
Shohei, and of course
And
the
then-
Dodgers take the team.
Yeah, and are we surprised with that one? No. And I think this is the good one. This one's gonna.
This is what you all tuned in.
Yeah, this
for.
is what everyone's tuned in for. This is the time. This is for us to finally shine.
We get to
some
gas
light.
up our team.
Yeah, on the Rockies.
Never get to do that.
The Rockies finally made something good happen this year. We got Hunter Goodman getting the Silver Slugger for the catcher position.
Yeah, what a year he had. I believe he was the only catcher to hit 30 home runs this year. I firmly do believe he was a better offensive catcher this year than Will Smith,
Yeah.
who's really the only other catcher in the NL that could have given him a run this year. I mean, I know Baldwin won Rookie of the Year, but he didn't have a Silver Slugger season.
Yeah.
He had a Rookie
He
of
had
the
a
Year
rookie
season.
season.
And Real Muto has aged. Of course, Cal Rowley's in the AL.
Yeah.
Like, Hunter Goodman had a great year. He was probably the only bright spot
Yeah.
for our team
He
this
was-
year. I will say some of our guys came around, but
Yeah.
he was our most consistent player. He was our best player this year.
He's the reason that we're smiling right now.
And it is. I might have to get a Hunter Goodman jersey. We'll probably just trade him for giving away
Yeah,
cash,
don't get
though.
that jersey right now, actually. I'd say give it about another year or two.
Yeah.
See if he's actually going to stay on the team. But when you do buy that, he will get traded that year.
Yeah.
So just,
But I guess in other Rockies news, Hunter Goodman will have a new boss. Of course, he's quite overhead of him as the Rockies hired Paul DePodesta as the president of baseball operations earlier this week.
Moneyball.
Yes, for those of you who don't know, we hired Jonah Hill.
We hired Jonah
That
Hill.
is who
Jonah Hill's on the
Hill
team now.
portrays in the movie Moneyball, and it doesn't quite look like Jonah Hill. I was
No.
kind of expecting him to be fat, but he looks fit.
Hey, you know what? Good for him. He's also I like this pickup. This pickup's good when you look at what he's really done. He did stuff with the Padres.
Yeah, well,
You know.
I know today at 10:30 Mountain Time, they did have an introductory press conference for him with the Rockies media, along with Walker and Dick Mumford. So we had our top guys there able to answer
Yeah.
questions about where this all is headed. Were you able to listen to that?
No, I was actually doing Jeopardy in my class because I have an exam on Tuesday. But yeah, we were doing Jeopardy, so I had to click a buzzer. Hey,
For
just
sure.
a heads up here, my team won.
All right. Well, I hope you get a bad grade because you didn't listen to this press conference.
So
'cause
hey, we got
they-
5 extra points on this exam here.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care. I'm here to talk ball.
It's a sports management class there, Matt. Actually, it's a sports.
Anyway.
It's a sports class.
He got asked what his top priorities were going into this hiring, and DePodesta's answer was to get to know everyone there
Right.
first and foremost, and then hire a manager and setting a staff for like pitching jobs. So not the guys on the field, but how that's like the pitching lab stuff that you see with all these other teams.
Right.
And I like where he wants to start. Obviously, you do have to get to know everyone first, but I like that he's starting with, well, obviously, we have to find a manager.
Yes.
And he was asked about that later, and it doesn't necessarily seem like we're close to a GM decision, at least not that he alluded to. But I like the fact that he's acknowledging pitching right away and that we need to do something different in our pitching
Yeah.
organization because whatever we're doing isn't working, and I know it's hard for us, but
Yeah, I mean, really, though, no pitchers though want to come here. So how are we gonna get them to come here?
I mean, the only way we've ever really gotten pitchers to come here is by kind of challenging them to be like,
Yeah.
you couldn't do this here. Like
Yeah.
Mike Hampton, the only reason we signed Mike Hampton in like the 2000s was because he was like, I think I can do it.
Yeah,
And
you
we were
think
like,
you're
we
an
were like,
MLB pitcher.
yeah, we were like, you want to be a star, like have this year at
Yeah.
Coors at elevation, and it's a thing. The body gets tired. It wears on you faster because you're at a higher altitude. Obviously, as a pitcher, your pitches don't break as much.
No, ball flies.
The ball
here.
flies, and as a hitter,
You love it.
at home,
Oh,
the balls move less. So when you're
Yeah.
on the road, that's why we've always had terrible road splits as a franchise, because when you're on the road, you're seeing balls moving an extra 2 or 3 inches compared to
Yeah.
when you're at home. So there's a lot of things that he answered a question hoping to turn all of these things into an advantage somehow, and finding a way to make it so other teams are feeling these just as much, if not more, than we are. And it's tough because the body takes time to adjust to altitude, and with the season that's always on the go, and it taking like 2 weeks to adjust to altitude fully, like it's
even if that, I mean, really, shoot, I'm still adjusting to this altitude.
yeah, like it's
You know what I mean?
noticeable. Like when you land on a plane from California and you land in Colorado, like I don't know about you, but like when I would get home from COD, like I would like struggle to sleep, like I couldn't breathe as well,
Yeah.
like whatever it was, my lips would be extremely dry. Like
I was huffing and puffing for no reason. I'm walking
Yeah.
from the terminal to baggage claim, and I'm out here getting tired because I'm so used to the nice air.
yeah, it's a challenge,
Yeah.
and it sounds like that's part of the reason why he took this job, and it's
Yeah.
a reason why he's excited to do it.
Yeah, it's a good move too. I mean, who wouldn't like Mr. Moneyball? Maybe we'll have Moneyball too, but it's gonna be
I
about
would
the
love
Rockies.
if this went good enough to get another movie out of him. So for those of you who don't know, in addition to his last time in baseball was with Cleveland. So he's done 2 stints with Cleveland, but in addition to his time in Cleveland, he's been with the Athletics and the Mets in the front office, as well as a GM for the Dodgers and a front office role with the Padres. So there's familiarity with our division as well as multiple roles, and I do think he's been able to learn a lot from his time. However, most recently, he was in the world of football with the Cleveland Browns, where he has made one of the worst trades, or was part of. He does maintain, and I think this is true, that when you make massive trades, it's everyone in the front office is a part of that. It's not just one person pulling the trigger.
The Luka trade.
But he was a big part of the Deshaun Watson trade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not a good trade.
No, not a good trade at all. I mean, going into basketball, it is like the Luka trade with the Mavs.
Yeah.
They just
It's one of the worst.
Yeah. I mean, I know we're a baseball one, but I mean, with the Mavs too, I mean, they fired their head coach, and they're putting all the blame on the Luka trade on the head coach.
Yeah.
There's people in the back that are the
Everyone's
higher
got to
ups.
okay
Yeah.
it, is the point. And so
That trade was bad.
I think Rockies fans, he was asked in the press conference about that and about like big swings, like taking big swings with the Rockies. And I like what he had to say, honestly. He owned that, that was a bad decision, and we own that. But at the same time, that was a entire ownership decision as well. It wasn't just him in Cleveland. And I'm also hoping personally that he's just not a football guy. Football's not his world. He's a baseball guy. He always has been. And I'm honestly hoping it was a mistake by a Cleveland franchise that I think is poorly run.
I think he was just trying to. He wanted to dip his toes, I think, in football.
Yeah, and he spent a lot of time in Cleveland with the Guardians.
So I think he just wanted to kind of dabble, test the waters. And then he tested the waters a little too much, got to the deep end, and the Deshaun Watson trade happened. And he's maybe realizing football isn't his forte with the sports graphs and numbers and all that.
I mean, that's the hope, is that it's just a little different.
Yeah.
Differently run, different played game when you're managing or running 2 different sports organizations that are different sports. Like I'm just hoping that maybe football wasn't his thing, and he won't be making any trades like that for us.
Well, I mean, trust me, there isn't going to be any more worse trades than what we have.
I mean, I know they talked a lot about like being willing to spend money. I think for that to happen, we got to wait until Chris Bryant's like off the books. So we can get rid of him.
I do know that What's the son's name again?
I have it up here.
Whatever his name.
Walker.
Walker. I know he wants to spend money on the team. He
Yeah.
came out and said that.
Yeah.
But Mr. Daddy over here doesn't want to spend anymore. He's a little penny pincher.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little. I'm getting frustrated with that because yes, you still like the dad gave up.
Well, I mean, to his credit, like they gave out the $150 million contract. It just happened to be like a worst case scenario where the guys hardly played. So like they've spent the money. I wish they would have spent the money on Arenado
like
and Story and,
Yeah.
and Tulo or not Tulo, LeMahieu and all that. But it's
like a.
I do think that they'll be willing to spend money, and then in
Dude,
the
this-
near future.
You know what this Chris Bryant trade kind of reminds me of? The Rendon trade.
Yeah,
contract.
the Rendon. I mean, that is the worst contract in baseball. He is the like third highest earning third baseman of all time,
And he's
and
not
he's
touched
played
the field.
like 200 games in the last like.
He fleeced the Angels.
Oh, dude,
I mean, he
Just
came out and
destroyed.
said he doesn't even like
he
baseball.
hates baseball. Yeah, he said he hates baseball.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing?
What are you
dude?
doing?
Yeah.
Imagine that. So, but
Crazy.
we're not. I mean, you know.
But they did ask Dick jokingly, like, on his role on the base, like what his role specifically would be on the baseball side of things now, and not just the business side. And he did jokingly say it feels like they were pushing him out. Which, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
You suck at the baseball side. No. I liked what he had to say because he said he's there. He contrary to popular belief, he does care about this team and the fans, and he's willing to do something different and support what Walker and Paul are going to try and do. And I think that the best thing some people can do is get out of their own way, and I think that's one of those situations
Yeah.
here. And hopefully he stays true to what he says about it.
I think it's a good move. It's a really good move. I'm happy about it. So, but I mean,
yeah.
So we
I
got.
think one last thought on it. It's obviously a GM or like a head of baseball ops can only do like so much. They're not the guy on the field.
Yeah, they're not the ones playing.
Yeah,
but
so I will say there's only so much you can do, but it's going to be interesting to see how long and what a rebuild with him looks like, as well as who he's going to hire for manager and GM and all that stuff. So I'm excited. I am excited.
Give it 3 years.
I hope.
I say 3 years we'll get an idea of how he's really doing.
I hope so.
Maybe if it's in a year, good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna wrap up soon, but before we go, I know you wanted to talk.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to touch on
the Dodgers
since
looking potentially scary during free agency.
Yeah, so they just came out with the thing that they're freeing up some money here, right? They're getting rid of
how much was it again?
$87.5 million.
Oh,
just freed up. They're getting you got Clayton Kershaw, Michael Conforto, Chris Taylor, and Kirby Yates are going to be gone.
But because Conforto got like 15 last year, and Kershaw's obviously on a big contract.
Yeah,
man.
So
that's a lot of money coming off the books.
Yeah, so $87.5 million here. And I heard something. I don't know how true this is, but I did hear that they've already made Shohei Ohtani's contract this year with ticket sales,
between the
merchandise,
Japanese market,
and the Japanese market. So
easily,
kind of wanted to touch point on that with you. I mean, so you've got what is it, Tatsuya Imai?
Yeah.
He's now kind of there. They got 45 days to go and talk to this guy or something like that?
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, contracts posted overseas, usually from Japan, you only have a 30 to 45 day window to sign these players and make it happen.
Yeah, so do you think they're going to go after? I mean, they're big in this Japanese market right now with who they've got, and his stat line was really good in the league that he was in. I mean, a 1.92 ERA, 178 Ks through 163 innings.
The contract they're talking about that's been talked up for this guy is not quite on par with what Yamamoto got, but it well eclipses some of the other names that have come over recently. It's that's the caliber of player we're dealing with. It's over Shota Imanaga range. It's so. I mean, that's the kind of player we're getting. That being said, I do think that if the Dodgers have $87.5 million freed up, that they're way more likely to go make a play for someone like Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, I could see an outfielder bat.
Outfield bat rather, or maybe bring Cody back. But I don't see them spending a big chunk of this on a starter
On a
because
starter.
they already have like $1.2 billion invested into their starters over the next like 6 years.
Yeah.
So
more, you see more of a positional.
I think
Okay.
that freed up money is going to go to probably an outfield bat, a big name, and relievers or something
Yeah,
like that.
I could see that.
Um,
Yeah.
that's scary though, especially the Rock. Like, how do you have 87.5 mil to play with, guys?
Yeah.
What the hell? But
Go ahead and give that to
there's
the
a lot
Rockies.
of guys that, you know,
Yeah.
2 years of
Mm.
2 or 3 years of a decent contract. Like they'll go play with them for a chance to go win another ring.
Yeah, go win
and
another ring.
That is scary to look at as a Rockies fan, and honestly as a baseball
As a
fan.
baseball
they just
fan,
seem to
yeah.
have,
Mm.
I mean, infinite pockets to dip into.
I mean, go Dodgers, am I right?
No, you're not right, Isaac.
At least I didn't
In
wear
fact,
that
you're
hat
wrong.
today. You know, I was thinking of wearing that hat today just to make you mad because I knew you were gonna wear your Rockies hat today, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I had to go with the home team. They play the Chiefs this week.
Yeah, big
so
week. Chiefs hate week. I'm excited,
I am.
but I think that'll probably wrap it up for us today.
Yeah.
From Rocks on the Pond. I think we'll be back probably Tuesday.
Yes.
If anything's changed with Clase or if the Rockies have done anything. If not, we might be back with another divisional off-season roadmap to see what
Yeah.
teams need and all that, and
Yeah,
how
how
free
they're-
agency's shaking out.
Yeah, while things are going, especially with this whole Class A thing, I mean, baseball's kind of put on spotlight right now. Not for a good
Absolutely.
thing,
Absolutely.
but
Well, I'm Matt Sapikoff, and this is Isaac Manaw, and we will see you guys next time.
also look forward to some actual videos on our
Yes,
Instagram and
yes.
TikTok that'll be.
We're upgrading.
Yeah, we're gonna upgrade people, and then we're gonna probably, maybe after Christmas at some point we actually
Updated
have some stuff
studio.
hanging on a wall. Our own studio. I say our own studio. It's gonna be a portable one. We'll say
Yeah,
we got some stuff that's gonna be cooking
yeah.
up for these
Stick with
holidays.
us, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much.
And scene.